What is your secret to a good sex life?
Well, first of all, do you think that we have a good one?
Yeah, I would say so.
Moms tend to grieve immediately. I certainly did that. And then now, as I'm getting on my feet again, I feel like it's starting to hit you more and more in waves.
Will you be sharing the genetic condition that baby girl had? Will you share the name of your sweet angel? Are you going to try for another baby? Before we get started, I just wanted to thank all of you guys for all the kind DMs, messages, comments. You all have surrounded us with so much love. We really feel it. It's been beautiful, to be honest. And I just wanted to thank you guys. I honestly have just been blown away by how kind people are.
Truly just feel so humbled by everyone's love and support and kindness. And nothing makes going through this any lighter, but it helps you grieve with hope.
We've had a lot of really dark conversations and topics on our podcast recently, and today we're doing a Q&A. You guys sent a lot of questions on our Instagram account and a lot of questions about miscarriage and what we're going through right now, so we will get to those, but I wanted to start on more of a positive note.
That's a good idea.
We have 4 different topics we'll be talking about today that we answered questions on. The first is family. The second is relationships. The third is random. So you guys asked a bunch of random questions. And then the fourth will be miscarriage. So for the first topic of family and parenting, we got, are we doing a family Halloween costume this year?
I don't see us getting organized to do that.
Come on, we got to. We need to.
If we do, it'll be like the week of we Amazon Prime ship something.
Can we be the Avengers? The boys would love it.
Gosh.
Okay,
I just ordered a costume for the boys.
They're obsessed with Hulk.
That is not the Avengers.
They're obsessed with Hulk and Spider-Man. So I think Griffin could be the Hulk. Auggie could be Spider-Man. I'll be Captain America and you can be Black Widow. You would look super hot in a Black Widow costume.
Okay, so here's the thing about kids, especially little kids, like the kids our age. When you ask them what they want to be for Halloween, you're going to get a different answer every single time. And you have to nail it. You have to constantly remind them. But you said this. So our friends actually recorded their child. So they have video evidence.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah.
Wait, I didn't know our friends did that.
Yeah, they're like, what do you want to be? And then they got video evidence. Because then the next day she's like, no, I don't want to be that. I want to be something else. They're like, but you said.
Yeah.
And so that's the age.
Oh my gosh.
They're like, this is what you said. We have proof. They literally showed her the receipts.
Our friends that did this, how old's their kid?
3.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Well, the tricky part is for our 2-year-old, if you ask him, Auggie, do you like Spidey more or Hulk more? He goes, Hulk.
Hulk. If you like Hulk more or Spidey more, Spidey. It's whatever you say last.
So yeah, anyway.
But I think this in reality is what Matt is saying, that we're going to do this big elaborate family costume. Really, we've never actually quite gotten ourselves organized enough for that. It's a great idea. But what I think will realistically happen is our son Auggie got a Spidey costume for his 2nd birthday that he will never take off, and he's constantly wearing it. So he's probably going to end up wearing that. And then our oldest has been saying, every time we ask him what he wants to be, he always says Slinky Dog.
Yeah, what's up with Slinky Dog? That's so random.
He's been consistently saying that recently. I ordered them a Slinky Dog costume. Unfortunately, if someone can find a single Slinky Dog costume, let me know, because every time I see a Slinky Dog costume,
it has 2 people.
It's a head and a butt end with the coils in between.
Yeah.
And so I think Augie's going to be Slinky Dog
in the
his
back.
Butt.
He's going to be the booty.
Plus Spidey. In his Spidey costume.
I want to see you in a Black Widow costume all night. You'd look so good.
Not going.
Why would you not wear
door to door in a Black Widow costume?
You look so good. We're the
Avengers. With a little Slinky Dog walking around with us. It's so confusing.
Okay, wait. No, that makes sense. Yeah, if our kids are no longer wearing their Avengers costumes, then we can take ours off. Okay. Was it as stressful as you thought it would be to have 2 under 2? Very much so. Yeah, I would say like that season was so crazy, but boy was it worth it, because now our boys are basically twins. Like, they do everything together. They laugh together. They tackle each other and have wrestling matches in the living room. They are best friends. Mm-hmm. And it is so much fun to see their relationship grow. I love like walking away and then I just hear this like tickle fight going on and everyone's laughing, and they mesh so well together, and I wouldn't do it any other way. Almost makes me want to do 2 under 2 again. Like, let's seriously, it actually makes me want to do it, because like, okay, yes, it's hell for a year, but then you get through that year and your kids they have a built-in best friend in their own home.
Say it's hell for a year, but I mean, it is a tough thing to do.
One of our friends had twins and was like, and she also, actually, she was on this podcast. Carol Lowry was on this podcast. She had 2 under 2, and she also had twins. She said 2 under 2 was harder.
Yeah, I don't know if everyone that has twins would agree with that.
That's true. That's just her opinion.
But it was a challenging season for sure. And I think the hardest part about 2 under 2 is if they're on different nap schedules, you will be nap trapped for the whole day.
Yeah.
And if your kids are anything like our kids, getting outside of the house is like a key part of like keeping them happy, entertained, getting their energy out. So navigating that, and you're constantly having to change your rhythm too when you have 2 under 2 because they're both changing dramatically into different stages so frequently. Now it's stabilized so much, and I think it's really easy to have a 2 and 3-year-old. Our 2 and 3-year-olds. I mean, everyone's experience is so different, but our kids are like, they really play so well together.
Yeah, they really do.
1000%. It was meant to be, and yeah.
Do you ever experience parental rage? Honestly, you guys, I don't think that's something that we've ever struggled with. Like we just both are obsessed with our kids. We love them so much. I did yell the other day because our son was holding onto my hair, okay? Fell off of me. He was like balancing himself on my leg.
His whole body weight is pulling Matt's hair.
It hurt so bad. I was almost certain that all my hair had
you yelled and it like got louder at the end. You go, ah! Like, so
because it hurt. Like I felt him tugging on the hair and then he fell and it was like, and I was like, ow! Like did I scream ow? What did I scream?
I don't know. You just like yelped. And then
they were both scared.
Griffin started crying.
That was so sad.
It was so sad because I mean you don't yell at them, and so he started crying and he like froze. He like cowered and froze and started crying.
And then I apologized.
And then Auggie kept going, "I'm so scared. I'm so scared."
Yeah, I apologized to them after that because I've learned like as a parent you need to show your kids that you can make mistakes.
I don't think that you were yelling out of rage. It was literally just like it was a pain response.
Yeah. Well,
you just had a trauma done to your head.
Yeah, I did have a hair transplant and a lot of my hair fell out, but it's looking better. I got a haircut recently.
You look so good.
It looks so much better. I still have a ton of hair missing from the top that's all going to grow back in. So I'm excited for that in 10 months. When the full result comes. But yes, I did yell and it was a little hectic.
But you weren't yelling at him.
No, yeah.
Yeah, no, parental rage, I definitely see where that could happen. We haven't gotten to that stage yet. Maybe it'll come.
Yeah, I'm sure at some point our kids will do something really stupid that'll piss
drive
us
us
off.
Crazy.
Okay, can you share more about your homeschooling thoughts, how it's going? You guys, proud dad moment. Sorry, I feel like I'm kind of taking over this podcast. Proud dad moment. Griffin, he's actually doing a two day a week like homeschool like hybrid thing. He basically perfectly did like the tracing for all of his letters, every single letter of the alphabet. I'm so proud of him. And I think part of the reason he did such a good job at that was because recently I got him actually using this iPad onto this learning program that, didn't you have kids that you would babysit a couple years ago when you were in college?
Doing elementary education, like in some of my practicums or even when I was substitute teaching, a lot of public schools use it.
Oh, public schools use ABC Mouse.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I knew about this thing called ABC Mouse. So I got Griffin doing like the 3-year-old learning activities, and one of the activities is tracing his letters. So that's been super helpful using that app, which we had to pay whatever the yearly subscription is. But it was like the cost of what you pay for like an education book at a store. And so that's been good. And then the homeschool's been good. So I'm a proud papa.
Proud papa.
Yeah.
Yeah. So right now with just a 2 and a 3-year-old, we haven't had to like think too seriously about it. I feel like learning at this age is through mostly play. And they do a lot of that. We go to museums, we go to the zoo, we go to a lot of things. Like we do a lot of like active out and about educational activities. But what we've been doing since like August is twice a week with like 4 of our other friends that are like all have kids the same age. We just like get together And we have like a little self-made curriculum thing where we work on like a letter of the day. We read books. They do learning activities and like little crafts. They do like some motor skills activities. And it's just for 2 hours twice a week. And that's working really great for now. I'm interested to see how our homeschooling journey evolves or like what it becomes. Maybe one day we do a hybrid situation. We're really lucky to be in a place where there are a lot of options around us as far as like there's support for homeschooling. There's a lot of different kind of cool hybrid situations. There's great public schools. There's great charter schools, private schools. There's so many options. And so I'm really open to a lot of them. But right now, this like little homeschool with our friends thing is working great. It's really sweet. And they look forward to it. They feel so old. They say, we're going to school.
Do overpriced spinach wraps from coffee shops leave you with more cravings than comfort?
Or can we talk about how many times after the gym we stop and get our favorite shake that is literally $10 a shake when we have a fully stocked fridge at home?
And that is why we wanted to tell you guys about one of the sponsors of today's episode, Kachava.
It is all too often way easy to sacrifice quality nutrition for convenience. And that is why Kachava has made our life so much easier and better this fall with delicious whole body nutrition.
I love having a protein shake after my workouts, but something that's been really hard to find is a plant-based protein that actually tastes good. But look no further than Kachava, because I'm telling you guys, they nailed it.
That's right, Matt. They have so many delicious flavors from chocolate, vanilla, chai to matcha, coconut, acai, and strawberry.
See, the thing is, I'm really a vanilla guy because I love mixing my protein with like other fun mix-ins. So vanilla is like the perfect base, but you're saying to vanilla?
I'm into chocolate.
Really?
Kachava is a whole body meal with plant-based protein that actually tastes delicious. With every 2 scoops of Kachava, you get 85 plus superfoods, nutrients, and plant-based ingredients. Your future self will thank you. Go to kachava.com and use code UNPLANNED for 15% off your next order. That's Kachava, KACHAVA.com, code UNPLANNED for 15% off.
Do you sit as a family for dinner?
Yes.
We do? I feel like half the time.
Our kids don't stay in their seats.
Yeah, they are very mobile and they just get distracted. And so we have to keep reminding them of like, hey, if you want to eat dessert, you have to finish your dinner before we get dessert.
We do eat at the same time though, and we put their plate on a table. They're usually coming and going and eating their food. But
I think they got ADHD from their father.
I don't know. I think they're just normal, like little toddlers. Yeah. But you think that we eat at the same time. We eat dinner at the same time, like as a family.
Yes. Sometimes it's also
we don't enforce that they stay in their seats very well.
Yeah, that's something that we need to work on. But recently,
I feel like they're still too young.
It has been helping though, because they want to go in the pool every single day with me. That's like their big thing is they're like, can we go swim with daddy in the pool? Like, I don't know, but they're obsessed with the pool.
You have to eat your dinner.
So we've been using that as their bribe to eat their dinner before we go in the pool. So I
would say we eat as a family though every night.
You're right. We do. Yeah, it's not like we're not living different lives. Like we're all together. Yeah. I'm just thinking because they get up so much that we're not like all seated.
True. Yeah. It's not like we're all seated at the table using our manners.
I have to bring them back to their seat 5 or 6 times.
There's food spit out onto their plate. There's food thrown. There's negotiations happening.
It's almost easier to eat outside because then I can just hose off everything rather
Maybe that's why we don't get rage is because we have very low expectations. We're like, oh yeah, they're just like sometimes I will literally feed them a bite if they're going down the slide. I'm like, let me just try to get this in here.
Anyway, how do you manage spending quality time with both of your boys equally? I feel like it's I think we do a pretty good job.
They don't like to be separated.
Yeah, we kind of just are it's just with them together. So like if we're going to spend quality time with one of them, it's with both of them.
It is really special though when we get them like one-on-one, but it doesn't happen lot.
No, you're right. When I do have Griffin,
we need to be better about that, I feel like.
It's fun. Like it's really fun.
Well, it's hard though because then you're like, then I'm leaving another kid out and they like to do stuff together.
Yeah.
And they're so close in age, but I think as they get older, it'll be more and more important to have one-on-one time. But I do feel like we get one-on-one time, like maybe not both of us with one kid, but like me with one kid and you with another kid.
No, it's
that
been fun
happens.
because Abby's had commitments recently to where I needed to bring Griffin to school. And so it's just me and Griffin in the morning hanging out. And like I get to help him pack his backpack and put all of his snacks in there because he loves to put snacks in his backpack. And you know, see him be so proud of himself when he puts on his clothes by himself and his shoes by himself. Like he's so proud.
Yeah.
So I love the one-on-one.
It is sweet. We need to do that more and more. When I took a one-on-one trip with Griffin to Disney earlier this year, that was really special.
Mm-hmm.
But then I did feel bad for Auggie. That
Maybe
he
I'll
wasn't
take
there.
Auggie on a one-on-one trip. I'll do a one-on-one trip with both of them. That would be fun.
Yeah,
I've never done a one-on-one trip with them, have I?
It's so sweet.
I need to.
We're all always together. So
yeah.
But we should do that.
That would be
I
fun.
think that's a good idea.
Next question. Do Griff and Auggie fight or are they little besties?
I would say they're definitely little besties. This doesn't mean that they don't ever have conflict.
Yeah.
I feel like every siblings like have conflict, and usually the kind of conflict that we're seeing, it just feels so normal. It's like two little boys that are getting worked up, and I've noticed this, like two little boys like wrestling or playing, like they're gonna continue to get worked up, like it's like a balloon getting inflated.
Yeah.
Like it's going to pop at some point. Like someone's going to cross the line and like do a face shot.
But the wrestling is so fun for them. Like they love it. Even if Auggie gets like elbowed in the face, he laughs.
Doesn't care.
Like he's so.
But there's always a point where it crosses the line and then someone's upset.
True, but I mean, I would say for the most part, they are such besties.
Yeah, they are besties.
The only time I really see them get upset with each other is when they're having issues sharing. So something that we've enacted in our family whenever they're sharing issues is I'll say, okay, hey Griffin, Auggie has that toy right now. You'll get to have it in 2 minutes. I'll say, Auggie, could you share? Actually, I'll first ask Auggie to see if he can have like
encourage them to do it themselves.
Yeah,
like say like, can
Auggie,
you ask him if you can play with that toy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or like, would you guys be willing to trade something? So sometimes Griffin, in order to like, he really wants Auggie's toy. And so I'll say, Griffin, Auggie's playing with that right now. But if you're able to find something else that Auggie would want to play with, then maybe Auggie would consider trading. So then Griffin's like going and finding all these different toys and bringing them up to Auggie and be like, Auggie, you want to trade this? Augie's like, no. And then Griffin will go and get this. And Augie's like, no. And then he'll get like a Spider-Man toy. And then Auggie will be like, okay, yeah, like that's my favorite superhero. So, you know, it's stuff like that.
I think that's all like normal stuff.
Yeah.
But in general, they are really good sharers. And I think it's because they've had a sibling for forever. You know?
The 2 minute rule, like oftentimes, like even today, there was something that they were trying to share, and basically Griffin just told Auggie, hey Auggie, I just need 2 more minutes and then you can.
Yeah, he always says 2 minutes.
2 minutes. And that like seems to work really well because Griffin like knows immediately, okay, I'm fine for now. And in the future, I will have to give this up, but I can still get a little bit more time out of this.
They can usually work it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they always want to do everything together. They do not want to be separated. When they're like gonna watch a show, they like want the other person to sit right next to them. They want to play at the same thing at the same time. So they're definitely besties.
Okay, that wraps up the family and parenting section. Now we're on to the relationship. This is like couples questions about love, romance, relationship, all that.
Also, by the way, Matt wanted to match with me today, and I'm like, wow, we're already in the elderly couple stage where we just like start matching every day. But you've done this for a long time. You're like, what are you wearing? Okay, and then he comes out in a brown shirt.
Yep,
we
sweet. Are both wearing brown.
I think that's sweet.
Okay, first question: advice for young couples who really want kids but are not yet ready financially. I would just send it, honestly. I would just send it. Like, okay, look, I will say.
I was going to say the same thing.
We also were financially prepared for kids when we started having them. So we probably do have a bias there. I'm sure there's people that started having kids that were not financially ready, and it probably really stressed them out. But I think like there's something about having a family that just makes you work your ass off. I'm sorry. Like,
yeah,
like
for sure.
Like that's kind of what marrying Abby did to me. Like, I knew I wanted to marry her. So right away in college, like I got a job and I just like started penny pinching and like, you know, just I was very strict on myself because I had this goal in mind. So I think, yeah, if you know that you want to start a family or that's something that you're wanting to do, but the finances aren't quite there, like let that be a motivating factor.
We know a lot of people really well, and personally that would have probably said, yeah, I mean, I guess we weren't quote unquote financially prepared when we started our family.
Yeah.
But you when you have the gift of a baby, you realize how small all those physical things you thought you needed to have in place beforehand are. And like, in comparison to like the absolute like magnitude it is to start a family.
Like, even one thing would be like a nursery for your kid. We did all this stuff to do like a nursery for our first kid because we thought we had to. We're like, oh, we got to have all this and that for the nursery. Second child, like, you just realize, like, wait a second, like, they just sleep next to your bed for the, like, they really can for initially.
Like, all these things that you think you might need to have in place beforehand, it's largely based in, like, culture or society and not like, oh, like, this is actually a necessity. And like Matt said, there's no greater motivator, really, than having people to provide for. Also, here's the other thing. You may feel, quote-unquote, financially prepared and you have a kid 2 years down the line, like, you never know what life is going to hand you. There's job loss. I know you grew up and experienced job loss, like recessions, like just like things you cannot prepare for and you cannot expect can happen. And that can happen at any time.
Next question, best advice for newly married couples? Probably to do some sort of premarital counseling or marriage counseling. I think it's been amazing. In our own life, we've seen some huge benefits to therapy in our life.
A free thing too is I think that's great and something that we definitely do. But also, like, through every season of our marriage, we've always had like couples that we can like talk to, be open with, not like in an inappropriate way, but we can like have dinner and like we can talk about our marriage and we can talk about like, oh, like this thing came up, and it's not like we're using them as our therapist, but just like having community to like talk about life and marriage and celebrate your marriage and like the joys of it and be with you and like the harder times. I think there's a lot of value in having other couples that are married to surround you to also like help uplift your marriage and like your unity and stuff.
Is it okay if I hold your hand? I just want to hold your hand. You look so good.
Yeah, I was about to change and then Matt was like, do not change. I
love this outfit. Guys, blow up the comments. Blow up the comment section with how incredible Abby looks in this outfit. It's all matching.
Stop it.
I even helped pick it out. She asked me my opinion on the outfit, and I think you look stunning in it.
Thank you so much.
I love it. Wow. You look so good. Is it I can't tell. I guess it's the brown, but then the blue accents are cute and the yellow stripe on the side. I like it. It's a cute outfit. Good stuff. Cute outfit. Okay. Next question. This might be TMI, but we can always cut this out if it is.
Well, what's your secret? We never say TMI stuff.
Do you love drinking?
Nothing like a fresh, cold Olipop.
Do you love soda, but not all the added sugar? I'm in the same exact boat. And a couple years ago, Abby and I started drinking Olipop for that very reason.
90% of Americans consume more than the USDA's daily recommended added sugar intake, and sweetened beverages are the leading source of added sugars in the American diet. Olipop is much, much lower in sugar than conventional sodas, with only 2 to 5 grams of sugar from natural sugar. Olipop offers a delicious alternative to traditional soda using a functional ingredient blend to support digestive health. And they actually taste literally so good. You have to trust me. They're not like those sparkling waters that people tell you are flavored, but you cannot taste any flavor in them. These are delicious. They actually fill that same craving as a soda.
Get $2 off a 4-pack of Olipop at drinkolipop.com/unplanned. This works on any flavor of 4-pack, including SpongeBob, at any retailer. Olipop is sold online and available in almost 50,000 retailers nationwide, including Costco, Walmart, Target, Publix, Whole Foods, Kroger, and HEB. What is your secret to a good sex life?
God.
They're assuming that we have a good sex life.
Let me guess, you put that question in here.
I didn't put that question in. This is what our sister-in-law, Addie, put in here.
Okay. I mean, I like to talk about sex.
Okay. Tell me about it.
What's the secret?
What do you think the secret is, Abby?
Well, first of all, do you think that we have a good one?
Yeah, I would say so. Okay. I would say so.
I'm so flattered.
Yeah.
Actually, in the shower the other day, I asked Matt, I was like, rate our marriage on a scale of 1 to 10. We're going to say at the same time. And I was like, this is a great way to get your feelings hurt. And I feel like if we did that for our sex life, it's like even. Should we rate it?
Our sex life now? You want to do a rating right now?
Let's just give it the last like 3 months.
I feel like I want to keep that to ourselves. I feel like I want to.
Okay.
Wait,
great.
what? I feel like there's certain things that you want to keep private. I don't want to like. I don't know. I feel like that might be
I guess
crossing.
I'm feeling overly confident, everyone. What's the question?
The question is, why is our sex life so good?
No, what's the secret? I mean, wow. That I think.
Probably just have sex.
Well, yeah, that would be the number one. Do it a lot.
Yep.
I'm just kidding. I think, like, let me just think of like a base level communication.
Oh yeah.
Should I even say that we have like this?
What? What do you mean have what?
We have like sex
the cards. Yeah, the cards can be fun.
I
like
think
you
that's
have
great because you're like
position cards.
You're like, okay, I don't really want to like. You don't want to you want to keep it fun and fresh, but you also don't want to take the brain power. It's like a fun little game. Like you just pull out a card and just try whatever's on the card. And like sometimes we laugh and we're like, absolutely not. That's not gonna physically work. Or like we give it a shot and it's actually really you never know. And it just keeps it fun and fresh. And I think honestly, sometimes it's really fun when we laugh. When we're in the bedroom.
Yeah, no, I love
it. It doesn't have to be like a romantic, passionate movie. Like
no,
we just laugh.
I love it when we're like
and do embarrassing things. It's the best.
We are in the act, and then we like.
You can't stop.
It's always me. I'm always the one that starts laughing first.
Yeah, that's true. I think that's the best. Me. I think that's the best.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, next question. Okay. No, we're gonna move on. Now we're gonna move on to random.
Wait,
I feel like that was
enough.
enough.
You just skipped.
It was Abby. How did you know Matt was the one?
Aww.
It's a little soppy, but hey, we can.
You were my best friend.
That's why I knew that you were the one.
When I like thought into my future, I was like, everything I was thinking of down the line, like you were in it.
Yeah.
Like you had already been written into my future in my mind. So I was like, this just feels like such a natural thing to enter into.
No, that's how I knew that you were the one too, because it was like our friendship was so strong, and like you quite honestly became the closest friend that I'd ever had in my life. So then it was just a no-brainer to get married.
And also on a deeper level, I had noticed so many things about your character that I was like looking for in a partner. And even you made me realize there were traits that I wanted in a spouse that I didn't even think about before. I was like, oh, this is so good that like you are willing to like humble yourself to seek advice from others. Like the way that you were willing to like get have mentors in our relationship and like get counseling and to like invite that in and like be willing to be wrong and learn. Like that's a really, really important quality that I hadn't even thought about because I was like thinking, I'm like, someone that's spontaneous and like fun and makes me laugh and like all those things are good and great, but like
I definitely am spontaneous.
Are you teachable? Like
how many times have I tried to get you to like go on an international trip?
And you know what? I just say yes because
in
you do about 1% of them. Of your crazy ideas.
Okay, right now, can we go? Can I take Griffin to Tokyo to go ride trains in Tokyo?
Gosh. Why are me and Auggie left out of this?
And I take you and Auggie with us.
Sure.
Yes, we're gonna do it.
Sure.
In the next year.
Sure.
Go to Tokyo and we can ride the train. I think our kids would think because they have these like really fast,
you guys, if you want an
trains.
actual glimpse of our marriage, this is literally what happens.
No, Abby,
every single day.
Okay, I think the boys would be obsessed.
I'm
they
sure
would think it's so cool. No, seriously.
Sure they love it.
They would feel like it's like being on an amusement park ride because these trains are very fast. Anyway, I don't know.
That's amazing. Catch us on the bullet trains.
And we can eat sushi.
In Asia.
That'd be awesome. Japan.
Japan.
Yeah, I've heard Japan's really safe too.
Well, it's okay. Great.
Yeah. So anyway, sorry. I feel like I just killed our conversation right there.
You're just such a puppy dog.
Sorry about that. Okay, now that was the end of the relationship section.
Okay, great.
Now we will move on to the random questions before we get into the final topic, which is miscarriage, and that's dark and scary, but we're going to talk about it anyway.
Oh, it's not so dark and scary.
Okay, random.
It actually is dark and scary.
Yeah. Okay, wow. I
don't want to be fear-mongering.
Also, I feel like we've been developing dark humor recently.
Yeah.
What was the thing that you said the other day that like...
I've been saying a lot of dark things.
Like, what was the thing that we were talking about yesterday that was actually like, it was so dark, but so dark it was funny?
Me when I was saying I was putting blush on to look happy.
Oh my God. That was it.
See, for me, that didn't even, like, because I'm in such a kind of dark place, like...
Oh my gosh.
I was like, oh, is that bad?
That's dark, but hey, You know what? We're in a dumb club now.
Well, I put blush on to look happy today, so.
Give me Nux.
No, I just put blush on to put my blush on.
And I take antidepressants to be happy, and that seems to work for me.
See, we're dark.
Okay. Okay. So now we're on the random section.
Okay.
Okay. First question is pros and cons of your Tesla. Whoever sent this question, thank you so much.
Oh my gosh.
Guys, I recently purchased full self-driving, the monthly membership, because it used to be
I thought you were so frugal. You literally said that earlier in this podcast.
What? Oh,
You're not frugal anymore.
I'm not technically frugal anymore, but we also
not even a little bit.
We got a little bit more to play with, okay? And we have our emergency fund. We have investments.
Okay, talk about the Tesla. Don't.
So we're not, we can. It's
I'm not
okay.
trying to call you out.
Abby, I felt very called out.
Sorry about that.
Just kidding. Okay, but the Tesla full self-driving, I love it. Our car just drives itself. So you just like press down the lever and it drives itself. And right now, I think it's $100 a month, which is expensive, but for having your car drive itself, I paid for it for 1 month just to try it out and see if I thought it was cool. And I love it, and I don't plan to get rid of it anytime soon. So that's why I love it. Con would maybe be...
The question wasn't about self-driving.
I know, that was the pro, though. The pro of the Tesla is the full self-driving.
No, I think the pro of the Tesla is that it's electric.
Yeah.
You never have to get gas. You just plug your car in at your house.
Which has made me want to get solar panels, because if we had enough electricity to like cover our electric bill from the solar panels, we would essentially, I want to say, pay off the solar panels that I'm thinking of getting in the next 5 years. So they would just be like, then we just have free electricity, Isn't that cool? And it's good for the environment.
There you go.
What are the cons of Tesla? Maybe space?
I mean, I feel like it has decent space.
Yeah.
I guess like if you're looking for a bigger vehicle, the third row Tesla is not that spacious. The back row is very small.
True.
I don't really have a lot of negatives to say about the Tesla. I think it's a really good car, and I actually didn't expect to like it as much as I do.
Yeah, we have the Model Y. Thinking about the Model X, we kind of realized maybe what we could do is Abby gets her car, like her favorite mom car, and then I get my favorite dad car. And then that way we can both fit like our full family whenever we end up having more kids, because I think we kind of are almost wanting 4 kids now. Can I say that out loud? Is that okay?
I am loving that you're saying that.
I don't know. I just love being, I'm just like, I've really entered my dad era. I love being a dad. And it's like,
yeah,
at least how I feel right now. I'm just like, why are you crying? Hey.
It's sweet hearing you say that. But also, like, I think just like the reality of losing a baby, you just realize how valuable our children are to us. Yeah, I think that like feeling the weight of how profound like this loss feels, you just realize, wow, there's nothing greater in this life than our family. So yeah, that just made me cry. But also hearing you say that is really sweet. See, this is where we're at right now. We're at like dark humor 1 minute, tears the next. That's where we're at right now. Sorry, keep going.
That's where we're at.
Random questions. We're not even on the
No, it's all good. Hey, we're not even then. Are we still on the Tesla one right now?
Yeah, this is about Teslas.
We're still on the Tesla question. Okay, next question is dream vacation destination.
Yes.
Or what do you say?
I would love to plan a really fun trip in Europe with our kids around the due date of our third baby.
Yeah.
Because I would love something to look forward to. That's like big and like bonding as a family. And also distracting, because I just know that those milestones, like it's almost like the anticipation's worse is what I've heard. But like the anticipation of like those dates is hard. So I want to have something to counteract that's like exciting and hopeful.
Is that a response to grief to travel?
Yeah, I think so.
Because like
getting out of the space.
My initial instinct reaction to everything
You're like,
that's happened.
A trip.
No, I was like, Abby, let's go. I was like, can we go to Japan? I think I said, and then I was like, okay, maybe something domestic. Like I was like, maybe that's a little bit too crazy. But I think for you, I think that was a little too like out there right away. But yeah, that was definitely like,
I think that probably is.
But I love that. I love that idea I know we've talked about that already, but I love that idea of planning this amazing trip for February just to, help us like get through that month and get through that specific date, which sucks, but it'll be good.
Somewhere in Europe.
Yeah.
The boys have never been to Europe, so that would be really fun.
Yeah. And I went to Europe for the first time ever 5 years ago. So I was 20. Our kids are like going to so many cool places, and they're 2 and 3.
I know.
They're 2 and 3. They're so young.
But still, it's sweet. Their favorite place is like literally when they see an airplane, they just think about going to Grandma and Papa's.
I actually asked them this, you guys. I said, do you guys want to go? Okay, I did. Keep in mind, I did say Disney World, Grandma and Papa's, and then like a couple other places.
Hawaii.
They said Disney World first, but then after that,
Grandma and
then
Papa's.
second was Grandma and Papa's. So I thought that was really sweet. Are you in the market for a new dining table or dining room chairs? Because we were about a year ago, and that's why we purchased products from Article.
Well, really, they have a lot of furniture selections at Article.
Oh, really? More than dining tables and chairs?
They certainly do, but something I love about Article is that you get your furniture order in a timely manner. I can't tell you how many times I have ordered furniture and it's like, oh, your estimated delivery date is 6 months from now. It's like, well, I need somewhere to sit today.
Article offers a curated range of mid-century modern, coastal, and Scandi-inspired pieces that not only shine on their own, but also pair seamlessly with nearly any other Article product. This thoughtful design approach makes it incredibly easy to mix and match, helping you create a space that feels cohesive and stylish.
We get so many compliments on our chairs and our table. It's like the perfect blend of cozy, but still upscale and modern, and I would say it's pretty kid-proof too. Our kids put those to the test.
But you know what? They clean up nice, okay?
And Article also offers fast, affordable shipping across the U.S. and Canada with options for professional assembly if you prefer a hands-off experience.
With Article's 30-day satisfaction guarantee, you can shop with confidence knowing that if you're not completely in love with your new furniture, you can easily return it.
Article is offering our listeners $50 off your first purchase of $100 or more. To claim, visit article.com/unplanned, and the discount code will be automatically applied at checkout. That's article.com/unplanned for $50 off your first purchase of $100 or more. Our next question in the random category is favorite YouTube video you've made. Well, I like our wedding video one, and I also like the one where we read our like letters to each other. That's cool. Those are fun. Those are ones I go back to a lot because they're just like, there's so much value in like, okay, like these were the vows we made to each other. These were things that we like said. And like now we're like living in that like reality of like this world we're creating together. I love that I have all that footage on a hard drive so I can keep like making new videos with it in the future. Cause I just think that's fun. Like I'll see that footage through a different lens every decade or whatever, because I recently last year re-edited that footage to the wedding song that I wrote, and then before that it was just like the OG wedding video that I made and surprised you with on Valentine's Day. But that's something that I was thinking about like recently is like, I'm glad we have all this like this. I love that video. Honestly, any video we made in our Springfield, Missouri apartment, those are so sweet. Pre-Hawaii videos on our YouTube channel. Really sweet videos. Like when I surprised you for Valentine's Day. That was really cute. Those like make me cry. When I got my hair cut and surprised you. Those are so fun. Yeah. I love those. Really? Sorry, I was just thinking about the haircut video and how I had to make an edit in it. Yeah, let's just keep that to ourselves. As you brought it up on this podcast. Okay, if you weren't living in Arizona, okay, oh gosh, fine, you can tell them. Say it in appropriate language. It doesn't sound weird. Stop it. Pitching a tent. Oh my. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. So somebody told us, one of our friends was like, you got to edit that out from the, like you missed the part. You posted it. We posted it. I wasn't looking for that. I didn't think that was happening. I don't watch our videos. I completely missed it in the edit and tried to go back on YouTube and edit that part out. She just texted me recently. I just loved your hair so much. First year marriage. First year marriage, baby. Okay. All right. Crazy. If you weren't living in Arizona, where would you pick? You would pick Hawaii. Yeah, either Hawaii or California. Yeah. Hawaii would be better than California, but California does have opportunities, especially like now that we have this podcast. Like, transparently, you guys, if we did live in Los Angeles,
interviewing cool guests is just 10 times easier when you're already in LA, because everyone is always doing press cycles in LA for their new book, their new movie, whatever. It's harder to get people to fly to Phoenix. So that would, honestly, I would probably say realistically California. But, you know, maybe one day we'll split time. Maybe one day we'll spend part of the year in Arizona, part of the year in California, or Hawaii, and do one of those, do that. We'll see. Why are you smiling like that?
I'm like, okay, whatever. I love Arizona so much.
Abby's an Arizona girl.
I love Arizona.
She loves the heat.
I do. I'm a reptile.
What has been your favorite podcast to record? Wow. I actually, off the top of my head, can't think of what that podcast would be.
The one I'm proudest of is the one we just did regarding our miscarriage. It was really important for me to just do it for myself and for anyone that it would serve. And I just wanted to put it out there for anyone that needed it. And for people that didn't need it, I wanted them to not partake. But it was there for people that needed it, and I needed to do it. And so, yeah, I'm not using my words well.
No, that's really good.
It felt like an exhale for me. And like it felt like a milestone in like growing through this horrible experience. It felt like a way to commemorate her life, our daughter's life, and the experience that we went through as a family and as a couple. And it's the most motivated I've ever been to like speak on something, I think.
I think what you said in that episode was powerful for so many women out there that have been through something similar, that know somebody that's been through something similar. Seeing the comments that people were saying, like, I just went through miscarriage too, and this has been really healing to see this, to hear you share what it's like.
That feels good to hear.
Or I went through a miscarriage when you were pregnant with Auggie, and I was pregnant at the same time, and I lost my baby, and it was like devastating. And now watching this like makes me like in a weird way feel seen, like feel understood. I think you being vulnerable in the episode was really cool.
Thank you.
We have a few more random questions before we get into the specific miscarriage questions. What is one thing you would like to achieve before the end of the year? Mine is to build a half pipe in our backyard for me and the boys. What about you? I actually am so excited about this half pipe. I'm going to skate it probably every day. I'm so stoked.
I'm not really a goals person, am I? I'm a journey person.
Did your voice just crack?
Yeah.
I think you had like some phlegm in your throat right there.
Frog in my throat.
Okay.
I'm a journey person. I'm not really a goals person.
Our final question from the random call.
Oh my gosh. I feel like I'm on some game show. We're going to get to level 4.
Sorry. This is our last time. I'm trying to like enjoy the fun questions before we get into the morbid ones. How do you stay present in such a busy time in your lives?
I think that, yes, the stage of life that we're in is a very quote unquote busy time, but also the blessing of having littles is that I think you'd be shocked at how actually slow our day to day is.
Yeah.
Like they are in bed at like 7:30. We're home. We're home a lot.
We did have that night
nap every day
where we hung out with our brother and sister-in-law so late that we put them to bed at 11 p.m.
Yeah, see, that was unique though.
That was unique.
I feel like people would be shocked by how slow and simple our day-to-day life really is. Like we're on more of a routine than we ever have been because with the kids, I think they just thrive with like order and routine. Every night we just hang out as a family and like play outside. You get in the pool with them. We do bath and bedtime and dinner. Like it really does feel like it's fairly slow. Like I don't feel like where we're at right now, we're like overwhelmed or drowning. We're just in such a sweet season where like it's taken on a slower pace. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I love the season that we're in. I feel like we're
very protective of our family time too.
Like guys, I seriously, I think I've said this on the podcast before. It felt like we were parenting on expert mode. Like I used to play Minecraft in middle school. Okay. There was expert mode and I would like never survive expert mode because it's so hard.
Okay.
And then you do easy mode and it's like,
chill.
You're just chilling. And I feel like that's what happened. Like I feel like we're on parenting expert mode. And now with our boys being so close in age, they do everything together. They entertain each other. Like obviously we spend a lot of quality time together, But it's not like we have an only child. We have to entertain them all the time. Like our kids will just go play on their play set and go swing and go down the slide.
And it's fun to play with them.
And we're able to like do the dishes and like, you know, pick up our house, and it just feels like we're parenting on easy mode right now. So it's so fun.
I will say, if you're struggling as a parent with staying present, I would encourage you to examine your online behavior, because I feel like I have fallen so easily in this trap of like filling any gap time with scrolling, and that messes with your brain. Your brain is not meant to ingest all of that. And so if you just maybe have like enforce stricter boundaries with your online or your phone usage, you wouldn't feel like this lack of stimulation when you're playing with your kids as much. Yeah. Because it's like it would be dopamine enough to just play with them and color with them and play and like go on a walk. Yeah. So I feel like,
especially putting time limits on the apps that you scroll on. So like if you're going to spend an hour on YouTube a day, but you're watching like a 30-minute history video, that's something I would do because I'm a nerd, and then like a 30-minute science video.
Well, it's like you can scroll, but maybe just like isolate it to their nap time or once they're in bed, because then you won't feel like you're
totally.
I don't know how to put
that's actually a really good idea to like leave, you know, if you say you want to give yourself, let's say 45 minutes a day to scroll, you know, you give that to yourself at the end of the day, because then you've gone through your whole day.
That's what I have a lot of my friends do. They like put their time restrictions to like their kids' nap time.
That's cool. So they restrict their like Instagram and TikTok.
I actually don't think you can restrict an app for a certain amount of time, but they allow themselves 30 minutes and then they only do that during that nap time.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah, I wish the apps could say you could only use this from X time to X time. I don't know why they don't have it.
I think there's a way to do that.
Okay, so help me with that.
I've done that actually with my phone.
Okay,
before.
help me with that then.
Yeah, I can set it up for you. Because I've done it. I've set it up for myself.
I think that can help you immensely, because it's like you're not the problem. Your brain has just been trained to get dopamine hit after dopamine hit after dopamine hit. And so then when you're with your kids, your brain's not getting that same release. Yeah. But if you train your brain to not need that as much, then you're going to find more fulfillment. I really believe this. You'll find more fulfillment in just like being with your kids and playing with them.
Yeah. All right. Now we've moved into the sad questions.
Oh,
so
great.
Sorry. Now we're going to talk about sad stuff, but we got to crap some questions from you guys about miscarriage. So we thought it would.
Once again, though, if you're like pregnant right now and this is going to be like making you fearful, like just get off of it. It's totally like I would have been that same way a month ago, 2 months ago.
No shame in that. Have you been putting off a doctor's appointment because you have a busy life and you just don't want to drive to the doctor? That was me. Unless you've been living under a rock, you probably know that I have ADHD. I actually got diagnosed with ADHD by using ZocDoc.
That's just common knowledge.
Setting up an appointment through ZocDoc was how I was able to get diagnosed.
ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare high-quality in-network doctors and click to instantly book an appointment. You can book in-network appointments with more than 100,000 doctors across every specialty. You can even filter for doctors who take your insurance and who are located nearby and are a good fit for any medical need you may have and who are highly rated by verified patients. I think finding a doctor, the right doctor at the right time, is one of the most difficult tasks as an adult, especially one that takes your insurance. So I love how ZocDoc streamlines that entire process.
And it's nice how they make appointments so quick and easy, because ZocDoc appointments happen fast, typically within just 24 to 72 hours of booking, and you could even score same-day appointments. I've actually done that in the past. A year ago when I had a concussion, I was able to get a same-day appointment to be viewed by a doctor. After I told them my symptoms, they were like, you should go to the emergency room. So anyway, I use ZocDoc and you should too. Stop putting off those doctor's appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/unplanned to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/unplanned. ZocDoc.com/unplanned.
We really like to go hard during the day, I would say. We like to keep it busy, keep it lively, get out of the house a lot. But at the end of the day, we love to come home and really wind down.
We read books in bed, y'all. We like to get cozy in our sheets.
We love to get cozy. Here's our bed right here. This is where we get cozy every single night.
We've got the cozy earth sheets on this bed right now, y'all, and it is so cozy.
Just think about how much time you spend in bed. It's like basically for us, it's like 9 hours a day.
Yeah, and we are a huge fan because Cozy Earth bamboo sheets are temperature regulating and guaranteed to give you a comfortable night's sleep.
Yes. For Matt, he's like sleeping next to a furnace, and for me, I'm always cold. And so it's nice that it has that temperature regulating quality so we can both feel comfortable all night long. And their cuddle blanket is also so luxurious. It offers a combination of comfort and style. It's literally draped right on our sectional in our living room, and I always am like, everyone just give this a feel right here. And I'm so proud of that blanket.
And when you buy from Cozy Earth, you're making a risk-free purchase because there is a 100-night sleep trial. Yes, you heard that right. 100-night sleep trial. So you can try them out, and if you don't love them, return them hassle-free. But trust me, you won't want to.
They also have a 10-year warranty because once you feel this level of comfort, you'll want it to last a decade.
Head to CozyEarth.com and use our code UNPLANNED for up to 20% off. That's CozyEarth.com, code UNPLANNED. And if you get a post-purchase survey, make sure to let them know you heard about Cozy Earth right here, because home isn't just where you live, it's how you feel. Let's go home with Cozy Earth. First question we have is, how is Matt doing? He was so strong during the last podcast. How is he processing? Okay, to be honest, I am on antidepressants, you guys, so I feel like that's really helped me. I wish I could take credit for, wow, I looked so strong and I'm like really being tough. Like I saw a comment that was like, wow, he's being really just there for Abby, and that was nice. But
you have been.
Well, thank you. I mean, I'm trying my best out here, but I'm also like not perfect. There's definitely things that I could be doing better, but it's one of those things where I have been on antidepressants, and because I'm on those, like it really, I think it's helped me a lot.
Yeah, and something else is that like when we were in the hospital when all of this was happening, a lady came in to talk to us like about grief a little bit, and I feel like we were so in shock at that point that this is like the one thing I really remember her saying, because it was very helpful, and I saw this pattern in our own marriage, and like as we were like processing everything that had happened, was that like moms tend to grieve immediately and grieve so hard, and like I certainly did that and am doing that. And then once the mom is able to like maybe stop being so teary every day, get back into like a little bit more of a swing of things, like kind of just get back on her feet again, is usually when it starts to hit dad. And then, because dad's been taking all the hits, right? And like being strong, being the person to lean on. And that's exactly what you've done. Like you have fielded all of my grief and sadness as you're experiencing it yourself. But like, I feel like you've almost been like holding it together because I'm crumbling so much. And then now, as I'm getting on my feet again, I feel like it's starting to hit you more and more in waves.
Yeah.
And, like now I feel like we can go through this together. Whereas before, if you would have like been like crumbling like me, I don't know what we would have done.
I'll be honest too.
Like you had to fill in so many gaps for me because I was just a mess. I couldn't get off the couch. I was just sobbing all day, every day. And so like you had to be strong. You had to keep going for me. And like, I feel like you were just going on this adrenaline and like, I have all this responsibility. I have to do this. I have to do this. I have to do this. And that like, you couldn't even begin to start your own grieving journey. Exactly.
I'll be honest, like that is exactly how I felt. Like, I think I've been allowing myself to really think about things. Like it almost was like my brain wouldn't let me think about it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't know. Like the more that I do think about it, the sadder I get. And I think obviously there can be an unhealthy way to do that where you like never allow yourself to grieve and you never process the emotions. But I think that like for one, the antidepressants have helped me spread that processing time out. So it's not like a big wave at once and it just like overwhelms me. And then I can't work. I can't take care of my kids. Like, there's been days where I, had to fill a lot of different gaps just because like, I think it's more normal for women to like, especially with you carrying our baby for all of those months and then going through that, like it's just so overwhelming for you that like you just feel utterly hopeless. And so I think like that is something that happens. But yeah, for me, it has been more spread out. And then that allowed me to kind of keep things going, wake up with the boys, give them their breakfast, take him to school, whatever it needed to be. Yeah.
I feel like I like literally shirked off every responsibility onto you for so long that like you were like, okay, I have I have all these things to do, that it was like you were doing all these actions where it was like the emotions didn't even have room to come in.
Yeah.
Like fully, until like maybe now it's like starting,
Yeah. And I also think like something programmed in my brain since I was a kid was just to like not show emotion. Like I feel like the emotion, I've talked about this with my therapist, like I feel like positivity, happiness, like laughter, I feel like that's like an okay emotion, but like, especially when it, like for myself, I just don't feel like it's appropriate for me to show sadness. So I like as a guy, as like trying to be the tough guy. So it's really hard for me to get to that place. I don't know. Anyway,
you've been such a rock for me and for
Thank you.
our family, and like you've taken on so much so that I've had this room to like process and grieve and heal how it felt appropriate. And yeah, couldn't have done it without you.
Thank you. It's been weird though, like the random times it just hits me and I'm like, oh, okay, whoa. Like it just like hits me of like just how effed up everything was and is, and just how sad it is. But it's just like, okay, like just like little moments of just like realizing that happened to us. This isn't like somebody else that this happened to, which is awful. This happened to me and my wife. Like that just gets me. Next question is, why aren't you calling your loss a stillbirth? This is coming from a stillbirth mama herself. That's very sweet of you to ask why. We are calling it a miscarriage because I think medically, if you look at the definition, like in the state of Arizona, miscarriage is up to 20 weeks. Stillbirth is past 20 weeks. And so it was 17 weeks when we found out the news. So very late miscarriage, very similar process as someone going through a stillbirth goes through, because they have to deliver and labor, go through all that.
It's honestly the same process of a stillbirth, but yeah, it's a weird thing.
It's weird. Yeah. But that's why
I definitely relate to stillbirths.
Yeah.
Experiences.
100%. 100%. Yeah. What has been the most positive experience to come out of this terrible time?
I mean, obviously feeling the community love and support has been incredible. So appreciated. It feels so, in a time that's like so like unmooring, like you feel so insecure, like anything can happen to you. It feels really anchoring to have, like, I would say we have like an army of people in person and not in person, like that love and support us and are rooting for us. And so that has been great. There have been other positivities. I feel like it's still hard for me to see that, like where I'm at right now. Like I feel like every once in a while when I think of something positive, we share it with each other, but it's not at the top of mind yet. We're still down in the dumps. So it's hard to like think of the positives, but certainly like our community has been such a light. What would you say? I would say, well, I can think of another positive too. I view life so differently now because of this. Like I've always would say that I view life in such a high regard and like babies as such a gift. And now I'm like, they're truly a miracle. Like every person, the fact that you're here is a miracle. And like, yeah.
Yeah, I think for me, as weird as it is, it's like almost made me want to have more kids.
Yeah.
Just because I like recognize like how beautiful life is and how beautiful it is that we've been able to bring life into this world. And as awful as it is that we have been through a miscarriage after having two very successful, great pregnancies, everything. I think it's just like the positivity of family, the positivity of like my kid. I think another thing that's helped me in addition to antidepressants during this time has just been our kids. Like I've spent more time with our boys in the past couple of weeks, like percentage wise of my day than ever. Like I just spend so much time with the boys, and we have a very deep bond, and that's been amazing. Like it's been so good just to have a relationship with them that I quite honestly was not expecting at all. Like the deeper I get into fatherhood, the more I understand why people rave about it so much, because it's just like they're my best friends. Like I love our kids so much. I love them.
You're a really, really stellar dad. Like you're amazing.
Thanks.
And you can tell that you find so much purpose in your role as a dad. One more positive thing I could think of right now. I'll probably think of some more down the line once I'm not in this dark stage as much as we're describing it, is that like I have gained so much like more empathy and like perspective now.
Sometimes I'm not very good at like sending gifts to people that are going through something, and so all the people sending us things has been made me want to, and next time I see someone that goes through something, I want to like reach out to them and get their address so I can send them an edible arrangement, or send them flowers, send them a gift card, something, just people have done that for us, and it's been really nice. Next question. Sorry if this is overstepping, but has the loss of your baby girl strengthened your marriage? We actually just talked about this in the car. Yes, it has. So that's
anytime I feel like you go through a trial, like I think anytime in general in your marriage, you're either moving closer together or further apart, it's really hard to just remain neutral. But especially in a trial, I feel like you're going 2x speed. Like you're either going to run to each other at 2x speed, or you're going to run apart at 2x speed. And like from the very beginning, like we just were like, we have to cling to one another through this. And that has, I couldn't have gone through this without you. Like literally, not even, it would have looked very, very differently if you hadn't been there for me in the way that you have. And so, I feel like I'm trauma bonded to you even more now.
Trauma bonded. Love you. It's awesome. I mean, that's so dark. Great. Okay. How will you two as a couple be memorializing your girl? I've lost 2 babies and don't know how. For us, I'm not going to get into the details because we want to keep a lot of things private, but there is a place that we plan to visit once a year to remember her, because it's where we have decided to place her remains. And so that place is going to be very special to us. And, every time we go, I think it'll just like, we'll think about that time, and it'll be sad and it'll be hard. But I think it'll also make it a conversation point with our boys so that they can understand what happened in an age-appropriate way as they get older.
Yeah. We're like going to do a family activity.
Yeah.
It's that location every year. I mean, we have more things too, but that's like the main one that we're like, okay, that will be like an annual thing. Whereas like I have her on my necklace, like close to my heart. And so like, I feel like that's also a really good talking point, like as our kids, and like I can just touch it and remember her.
Yeah. And show the boys,
these are all my babies.
All mommy's babies, which I saw you say that to, was it Auggie and Griffin the other day? And did they ask further questions about that? I can't remember if they like.
Sometimes they do and sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
But I think that's my goal. I don't ever want it to feel like, I just want it to feel like a normal conversation.
Yeah.
And, that's like the main thing that we want to do for her.
Next question. Would you recommend grief support groups? Did you do it? This is from someone that lost their son at 24 weeks. I'm so sorry. That's awful. Awful, awful, awful. I think grief support groups can be amazing. I think we haven't attended any specific groups.
Our hospital has an event coming up because October actually is like infant loss, like pregnancy loss awareness month.
Yeah.
So there's like events at our hospital that we've like looked into, and then also grief support groups. I kind of like have created my own.
Yeah, like, you really have. I mean, you have all these moms that you know.
I think that is an amazing resource, and I would 1000%, even if you're like, I don't want to talk about this, I don't want to think about this, I want to avoid this at all costs. Like, I think that you will be shocked at like the fruit you see from those conversations. Like, it is it's also just like, think of it as a way to honor your baby that you lost. Like, keeping them in conversation keeps them alive in some degree, like their spirit alive in some degree. And so, like, if you're like, don't think you're like, okay, I don't want to do this because like I don't need it. Think about it as a way of like also honoring your child. That's helped me too, because I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel like talking about this constantly, and I'm constantly wearing on people, and it's like, no, I want to keep her memory like very much alive.
I think it's good to have people that have been through it too, or are currently going through it, because then it doesn't feel as weird to talk about it. Like, there's nothing wrong to talk about it with people that haven't been through it, but
they also know the right questions to ask.
Yes,
too.
exactly.
Yeah.
So, whether it's maybe you're a new widow, maybe you're somebody that just lost your spouse, like maybe you're someone that's going through something really hard and you're like, I don't know what to do. I am in the darkest place ever. A grief support group would be amazing for you.
And they helped us come up with like ideas of ways to memorialize her, and like to have these conversations with our kids. Like, just that shared life experience.
Yeah.
It is such an amazing tool.
And the other thing, again, it doesn't have to be a grief support group. It can literally just be somebody that you know personally, or maybe it's an acquaintance that you barely know, but you know that they've been through the same thing. Reach out to them, because you're going to be able to connect over this like shared trauma that you both have, and it's going to make you both feel a lot better to actually just talk about it, and you don't have to keep it a secret that you're going through this. Next question: what do you wish people knew who had a family member going through the loss of an unborn child?
I think bring it up, because especially the nature of like miscarriage or stillborn, like you're already having like a certain complexity to your grief because you didn't get to like, you don't have memories to share with this person. You don't have like I feel like that's how like I honor people that I miss that have passed, is like, oh, you share memories.
Yeah.
Well, we don't have that. Like, all we have is memories of the pregnancy, which feels like another degree distant, and no one even brings those up. And so I would just recommend like bring it up. It's scary too, and I totally have felt this way before, like where I'm like, oh, I don't want to make them sad by bringing this up. It's like, oh, they're already sad, by the way. Like, this thing just happened. They're already sad.
Abby, how are you handling other people's baby announcements, showers, etc.?
I'm not on social media.
You're not on social media, which is so wise, because when I scroll and I see those, it pisses me off.
Really?
But it's not like,
it's not personal.
Yeah, it's not personal. Like, if that's you and you're posting that and you're like, I don't know if I should share it. No, share it. It's just like, I'm the problem.
It's
you're not the problem.
something to be celebrated.
Yes, it's something to be celebrated.
And but yeah, I think it is tough.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm so happy. I'm so happy for all my friends that are pregnant. But I keep having this image in my head, like we were all running this race together, and then I just dropped out of this race, and I didn't want to. And I'm just like out of the race, and they're going to finish, and they're going to cross the finish line, and they're going to get to hold their babies. And it's just like, well, it's like I would want nothing different for them. It's a reminder of our loss.
But you did nothing wrong. And
that's like a hard thing. Like, that's a hard thing to understand, because it's like, I love my friends so much, and I love that they have this beautiful gift, and it's like, that's just what grief is. It's so complex. But everyone has been so respectful and awesome. I remember thinking at the time of finding out I was pregnant, I was like, this is amazing. We're all pregnant together. We're all doing this together. And now, yeah, this image, it will not get out of my head of me just being like plucked out of this race. And like, we all had different finish lines, and we all had different like journeys, and then I'm just out of it. And that, it's such a bummer.
Next question. Not to touch on a sensitive topic, did the boys know about your loss? How did they react?
Yeah. They're still really young. And I think that's a gift of being young, is that you're kind of given, like, what would you say? Like, you're kind of tapered into, like, the gravity of situations. Like, they definitely know. And they were sad. And they are sad. They talk about, like, I want to meet the baby. I want to take her home. Like, things like that.
Will you be sharing the genetic condition that baby girl had?
They were going to keep all of her specific medical stuff private.
Yeah.
Just like we would our other children.
Yeah. Yeah. We thought about sharing more, but it's just like, I don't know. I don't see how that would be productive. And it's one of those things too, where you can do so much research on, what could have gone wrong. Like something that happened that like is something that we have that we could have gave to our kid, and then you like blame yourself. Like there's so many things that parents can do to beat themselves up about miscarriage, and I don't think it's productive personally. The next question is, will you share the name of your sweet angel? That's sweet of you to say that, but we've decided just to keep that private, something that we don't plan on sharing. And it was really just instinctual. Like Abby knew the name pretty much right away at the hospital, and it was just one of those things where we just decided. Like you said it like right away. You're like, I don't know if I really want to tell the world our daughter's name.
Yeah,
but
we say her name.
Yeah. And the last question we have is, are you going to try for another baby?
Sometimes like a thought just like hits another way, and like even just the thought of like, I hate the phrase moving on. It doesn't really resonate with how I feel about that, because we'll never move on from this. Like this is something that I will always grieve, that I don't get to be the mother to her in the way that I had hoped so badly I could be. So I think I'll always feel that loss. I don't know. I really feel like I always feel that. I don't know. I'll let you know if one day it ever lets up. I anticipate this feeling changing, but I don't think I'll ever not miss her. And I'll never not grieve the fact that I don't get to be the mom to her that I really, really wish I could be. As far as like future babies, this isn't like the end for our like growing our family. Certainly I would say for me and for you, going forward feels more complex than
scary. Really scary. I think the scariest part is like you hear about people that happens to again, and like when you hear about those stories, it's like, gosh, I wish that didn't exist. Like I wish there was like wish this was like a board game where like, okay, you got this bad card, so now you can't get another one of those for a while. You get a free pass on the next pregnancy, but like life doesn't work that way. So I think that's like really scary.
It's always been like such an exciting thing for us, and we've like thought about trying for a baby. Like it's always been so exciting and light, and now I understand the gravity that holds so much more. So yeah, like it's like I'm almost afraid to even say yes, we will have more kids, because now it feels like anything can happen, right? Like if this one terrible thing can happen, any terrible thing can happen. But I will say we are hopeful to continue growing our family, and we'll take whatever timeline.
I know that we're gonna have another.
Yeah, it's like, isn't it weird that it's like so scary now to like to say anything about that with any type of certainty?
I mean, yes.
Okay, Mr. Optimist.
I don't know. I think we're gonna I don't doubt that we're gonna have another baby. I don't doubt it.
Well, we're gonna let
the fates decide. Yeah.
Life decide what happens for us. We would be so joyful to have more babies added to the Howard family.
Yes, we would.
And I definitely see that happening. Like I'm envisioning that in our future.
I am such an optimist, so like I don't doubt for 1 second that we're going to have another baby. But the reality that we lost our third baby is just so dark, and yeah, and it's just like all the dates are hard.
Totally.
Yeah. So I think this trip idea, this travel idea, I think that'll be good just to kind of get our minds off things. And I think, we have plans soon to go to Disneyland, which I think will be good for the kids, good for us, just to like get out of everything.
It
and
seems
just
so dumb. I'm like, Matt, how am I going to the happiest place in the world when I'm the saddest girl in the world?
Yeah.
But we already had this trip planned, and I don't want to take that away from the kids. And I do think it'll be good. It'll be like a sweet distraction, potentially.
100%.
So we're going to keep going. We're going to carry this heartbreak with us. We're going to try to grow around it. But don't want to anyone ever think I'm taking this lightly because I'm not.
Yeah.
But that's just the reality of it.
Well, everybody, thank you so much again for being a part of this community. It's like just overwhelming.
Seriously.
The amount of love and support you guys have all shown. Thank you to everyone that has subscribed to our podcast, like YouTube channel. That is just crazy to me that like we have this community here. I think there's more that I want to do for the community that we have. Like there's so many great people. Like I don't know if we could plan some in-person event or some like meetup or what that could look like, but there's just like a lot of cool people here. So just know that you're loved. Thank you for, liking, sharing, commenting, anything you have done to engage, because it's just fun to like interact with you guys in the comments and chat with you. So we appreciate you, and I hope that if you've made it this far if you made it this far in the video, wow, you're awesome. That's really cool.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks for being here. Actually, yeah, if you made it this far in the video, most people stop listening by the very end. So you get a gold star. I don't know what I wish we could send you all a gold star.